just here by myself. And I don't know what to do. And I'm so stressed out. Oh my God. It is piss poor ass fucking world with these cruel ass people and this shitty ass economy. I don't know why the things that led me here. I don't know.
Certain hardships that we experience because we have chosen to remain unmarried and lower earners. See, if you want to choose to be unmarried, fine. You need to make 2 incomes. But you cannot choose to be unmarried and lower income and then expect it to be someone else. What if I say all the time, hey pal, the world does not owe you or me understanding. You have chosen this. So now it's time to deal with the outcome of your freedom and your choices.
The economy now, where staggering numbers have been released surrounding Black women in the labor force. A new report shows more than 300,000 Black women have left the workforce in just the last several months. That's according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Joining me now is gender economist Katika Roy to break this all down and why they're leaving. Katika, thank you so much for being with us. You recently wrote an article where you say that
I don't think it all was by choice.
this isn't happening by accident. Why do you think it is happening?
This is happening because of cuts to public sector positions. So if you look at the federal labor force, Black women make up just over 12% of the federal labor force. It's about double their representation in the labor force overall. And when you have targeted cuts up to 50% in organizations such as the Department of Education and HHS, you're not just trimming the fat, you're actually cutting the economic backbone for Black women.
Wow. And so what are some of the spillover effects from all of this?
Well, one of the things that we know is that there is a connection between women's labor force participation and GDP. So just Black women's labor force participation has dropped by just over 2% in the last 3 months. And that has sucked over $37 billion out of U.S. GDP. So This is the economic cost of gender policy ignorance.
This is really fascinating because do you think that most people are unaware of the actual impacts of things like this?
Absolutely. So when we often think about women's issues or Black women's issues, we think of it as an over there problem. It's not. It's an everybody problem. When our economy grows,
Look at, they got the strong, welding woman.
that has more jobs and more income for everyone. So we know, for instance, overall, that for every 1 percentage point that women leave the labor force, there's a $146 billion hit to GDP.
Oh my gosh. And so we've talked about the consequences, but is there an upside to all of this? Are we seeing women pivoting to entrepreneurship as they're leaving the workforce? What then are they doing?
You know, that's a great question. And the truth is, we don't know where all of the 300,000 Black women that have actually been pushed out of the labor force have gone. We know that some of them have gone into entrepreneurship, which is not only because of luxury, but it's actually because of survival. And this is really a testament to their resilience, but it also shows the rigidity in our traditional employment systems.
Are there any other groups that we are seeing largely impacted in this way in the labor workforce?
Not to this extent. So I track all of the data, as you can imagine, month over month by gender and race and ethnicity. And I started to see this trend about 3 months ago with this really precipitous drop in Black women out of the labor force. And this is a huge hit. And historically, just to give you a sense of the historical context, this is the first time in years that Black women's labor force participation has fallen below Latinas' labor force participation.
Wow. It's really fascinating to see these numbers, to hear you explain all of it and break down the real world impacts on our GDP and the economy at large. Katika Roy, thank you for what you do and thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
One thing that stuck out to me that I thought was very interesting, which kind of led to the conclusion of this article, is that 51% of households with Black children are led by Black women who are the breadwinners. And the article specifically cites that Black women tend to be the economic foothold of the Black community.
And that is true. But even saying that, I mean, think about it. Most Black women have been made to be just independent. Get everything on your own. You don't need a man. That's what they told a lot of Black women. American women, for real. When you think about it. Yes, Black women and women period are in a lot of single households. They work all the time, which means they don't get to spend a lot of time with their children, which means they don't have another part of income coming in. And now, with all these layoffs that just came across and many more to go, it's going to get worse. And this is when, man, y'all about to start getting them texts. They about to start texting you. About to start saying, just checking on you, seeing what you're doing. Hey, big head. Kevin been talking about this. Kevin was talking about the jobs that were expected to be lost. And look what's happening. And see, ladies, y'all thought that man hated women. He didn't hate women. He was just trying to tell us this is coming. That's all he was saying, is this is coming. And look what's happening right now. And this is going to affect everybody. Everybody. And all you see on TikTok is everybody, most of the Black women, white women too, sitting in them cars and everybody just crying at the steering wheel. It's just them and the steering wheel. All you see. And y'all wanted to say Kevin didn't know what he was talking about? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. This man been gone over 4 years. And look what's happening. Regardless, if you like Kevin or not, that man, everything that man is saying is coming true. And now, what do? A lot of Black women are in isolation. In isolation. They don't talk to nobody. A lot of them that even have kids, they don't even communicate with the fathers. And the fathers are not communicating with them. So now, what is the next step? What's the next step? Ladies, we've been lied to. We've been lied to. That job that you thought that had you, it didn't have you. And look at the sectors that are being lost. You don't see men in their car crying, going off. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some, but you don't see as many videos that are coming up like the ones that's all over the social media. You see what I'm saying? A lot of men work in STEM, different parts of tech. A lot of those were not being cut and are not being cut. And this is why we gotta start talking to these young ladies. A lot of times, women go to school and they just pick out stuff that they like. They pick out stuff that they feel that they like. But we gotta have logic over feelings at the end of the day. If not, this is what is to be expected. And what we gonna do? All the addictions is up, the repos is up. And look, we're taught not to bond with each other. I mean, you put all your trust into the man of them corporations, but you don't trust the men in society. Make that make sense. Like, how did we get here? How did we get here where women are so-called boss chicks? So-called boss chicks. But at the end of the day, when the money runs out, what do we all have? What do we have? You know, everybody's been promoting that new study that just came out that said 40-year-olds are having babies at a higher rate. Teen pregnancy is down. Yeah, they're having babies after 40 because the education and the independence is more pushed on women, more than family. But after your education, after your job, what is it that we have again? I mean, I'm serious. This ain't good. It's not good for our economy, and it's not good for the future. Infertility rates are going up. That's not good. I don't think people understand how the world works. And ladies, if we beat the men down, who do we have to protect us? Have you ever thought about that? I mean, just think. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. So, either we get with the program and try to figure something out and learn how to bond with these men, or you going to see a lot of women sitting in their cars crying with boxes in the backseat. And that's not good. Ladies, the same way that you put all your work and your love into your job, it's time that we pour this back into our community. Real talk. Let me know what you think about this, fellas. Are women texting you out of the blue? This is about time. Look, we got a lot of work to do. All I'm saying is, the same way that you are compassionate, you have sympathy for these jobs that do not care about you, is the same way that you ought to have sympathy for these men out here. Okay?